It's gorgeous out. Let's pop some ducks.
This is the Upduck Podcast, a blend of upland and waterfowl hunting. Tune in as your hosts, Tyler Beaton, Jeff Ludicky, Matt Jeske, chat about training dogs and share their bird hunting stories, tactics, and strategies.
Oh my gosh. What is going on tonight, gentlemen?
Oh, just killing time over here with the filters on the old Teams meeting.
We're not on Teams, though.
Or
right?
Google Meet.
Yep.
Not Teams. Now I sound like you getting all my different apps messed up.
Well, they changed it again. I just went to hit record and it was different again, but it was right in front of my face this time, so that was good.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm back. I'm back, boys.
See that?
Glad you're taking it seriously right now, Jeff.
Do I ever take it seriously? Well, sometimes if there's a topic that I don't like or I'm really about, yeah, and no guess.
We don't record those though.
With a guest, it's more serious.
Yeah. Some of those I just choose not to be in because I don't want to get all fired up.
Yeah.
We had one of those.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I can drink this tea that I made, by the way. Goodness. Side story here, right? So, okay. Got back from SHOT Show, right? Tonight's Thursday. Got back from SHOT Show last night. Got home around 11:45 last night, right? That was a win. Tailwinds pushed us into Milwaukee early.
There you go.
During that trip, though, right? When I travel, I drink emergency. I got to get that immune system boost, right? Not getting sick, in this case, I was getting over a cold. And I was traveling with Eric, and I was like, "Hey, I have brought some extra. Do you want one?" He's like, "No." He's like, "The only way that I've ever drank it was like hot, like as tea." And I was like, "Oh, emergency as like orange tea? That's an interesting thought."
That sounds awful.
So I thought I'd brew it up and try it here tonight. I've had 3 sips. I can't do it. It tastes disgusting.
Your body can only process like 10% of the vitamin C that's in those things, right? Like the rest of it, you just pee out.
Correct. Yes. I'll take a 10% boost though.
All right. I don't know if 10% is the number, but I know it's a significant amount that you just pee right out right after you drink that stuff.
That's basically any vitamin that you take, right? Anything your body can't process and store, it just gets.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to the Upduck podcast, folks. We are going to talk duck hunting here at some point. I don't know. What are we talking about? What are we talking about tonight, gentlemen?
A hunting trip that we took.
Yeah.
What trip was that, Matt?
Oklahoma. Round 2.
Round 2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oklahoma round 2. When did we do this trip?
2 weeks ago already?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
You're right. That is wild. Time flies when you're having fun. And this is our first podcast of the year due to scheduling conflicts with guests and our schedules with travel. And wow, it feels good to be back in the saddle, gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah, we put one out since the new year, but first one that we're recording.
Correct. Did we put one out this year? I think I launched it on the 30th of December.
Oh, I thought the Outdoor Dad. I thought that was right after the new year.
No. He got the spotlight at the end of the year. I think it was December 30th.
Okay.
So yeah, first one.
Corrected. Yeah.
Long overdue. All right. Oklahoma round 2. So lots of questions for you folks here. But first one, let's set this up, okay? Why did we go back to Oklahoma this year? Why did we do this trip again?
It was awesome last year.
Yeah, do you need to say any more than that?
Yeah. Let's sum it up.
Okay. All right. So we shot a lot of birds and had a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
We did, and we just overall loved the experience of it. We loved meeting the guys down at RedBeards. Like, it felt like, I know they said the same thing about us, but it felt like you're hunting with your buddies, right? It didn't feel like a guided hunt, really, in my mind.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So it was just overall a really cool experience.
Yeah, I would concur. I don't think I have anything to add. Now let's cue this up, right? So last year when we headed down, right, it was the most miserable hunting conditions you could imagine. There was a massive front, and it was so cold that our pipes were freezing up at the place we were staying at, right? We actually didn't have water one day. So this year was much different, right?
Yeah.
Just in general. What were your expectations heading into this hunt?
I mean, we kind of knew how it was in general, right? We knew it was slower. We knew that 70 degrees, I don't care where you are in the country, in the early parts of January during duck season is probably not great for a migration. And that was pretty true. We kind of knew that going in. That was really slow. Geese were really stale. But there was a front kind of coming, and we timed it. We timed the trip better that way, as far as like not driving through weather. I was very appreciative of how we timed it this year compared to last year. So that was nice. But yeah, I mean, I thought we'd find, I knew they would put us on birds. I just didn't have a good feel for how it was going to go. I kind of thought it wasn't going to be like the year before, just because of how everybody's seasons across the entire United States had went. I didn't know why it would be much different there, but that's how I felt going in.
It's good. Jeff?
Yeah, same. Obviously I'm a very like optimistic guy, and I like just want to convince myself that we're going to have bangers every single day just to like get myself excited. But realistically, I knew it'd probably be a little bit slower. But overall, I was just a lot more excited. I was just as excited for this trip as I was the previous year. The weather was nice, too nice, right? But I was okay with that to some degree. Like Matt said, the traveling and not, single digits and blowing 50 miles an hour when you woke up in the morning. Like I was okay with that.
Yeah, much nicer.
Right. So that was good. But yeah, I don't know really what else to add.
Okay. All right. Good. I think that's a good way to set the table per se here. So, right, we traveled down. It was pretty uneventful travel, right? Matt, you weren't driving through a snowstorm.
Nope.
Jeff,
No ice.
Yep, no ice for you, Jeff. No fingers freezing off trying to get the cargo carrier on at 3:30 in the morning, right?
That was nice.
When single digit weather with no gloves on and not being able to feel your fingers after 10 seconds, right? That's a win.
I think it was like a 40-degree difference in temperature when we left this year versus the previous year, which is quite significant.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. And we didn't, what is the place that we stopped at last year, Jeff? Your favorite place?
Uranus,
the Fudge Factory.
the fudge factory. They pack your fudge.
Yes, they let you know about it too.
They do let you know.
We skipped that stop on the way down, which made my day, right? We even arrived while it was still daylight out, which is wild. And we stayed at a great Airbnb too.
Yep. I had my first Buc-ee's experience on the way there. So the way last year on the way back, we had stopped at Wally's, right, which is a competitor of Buc-ee's, very similar feel, maybe not quite as crazy and big as Buc-ee's, but a very, very similar thing. But yeah, first time at Buc-ee's on the way down there, and I had a Carolina pulled pork sandwich. Man, that hit the spot. That hit the spot. That was a good gas station sandwich. One of the best ones I've ever had. Tyler, you got the brisket. We're disappointed.
Still disappointed.
Should have went with the pulled pork, man.
Yeah. It was not as disappointing as the burger that I had at Gordon Ramsay's burger place in Vegas. That literally cost $100 for 2 hamburgers and 2 salads and 2 fries for Eric and I. But it was not good. That's for sure. It was definitely not good.
So my $7 pulled pork at Buc-ee's was probably better, is what you're saying.
Maybe. There's
All
a chance. There's a chance.
So I texted my wife after we went to Buc-ee's. I was like, oh, I stopped at Buc-ee's for the first time. She said, what's that? I think I had spelled it wrong or something like that. I was like, oh, that huge gas station, blah, blah, blah. First thing that she texted back was, did you get freshly sliced meat? Just a very odd text, but very accurate.
Give the reference here, Jeff, for people who have not been to Buc-ee's.
So they like ring like a cowbell, and everybody just comes running when they got fresh sliced meat.
They yell it out too. They let you know.
They let you know about it.
Yeah, they do. They do.
It's like a pack of wild animals.
It is. The place was nuts.
It was crazy in there.
Could not believe it.
And here's a question for all the gentlemen out there. It's probably the same in the ladies' room, but in the men's room at Buc-ee's, every single like urinal, like on the partition of the urinal, there was a hand sanitizing station. So if you're a guy going in doing your business, is it just as acceptable to give yourself a little squirt of hand sanitizer and skip the sink? Or do you have to do both? Or what's the move there?
Both is crazy, Jeff, but I'm not sure what the real answer is. Yeah.
So I went to the hand sanitizer and skipped the sink.
What a rebel.
Was that a good move? It just seemed more efficient to me at the time. Come on, gentlemen. Thoughts?
I think you're good. I think you're good.
I mean, to each their own. I will cast no judgment.
What would you have done?
I wash my hands.
Did you sanitize up too?
No, I just wash my hands.
Okay, you skip the sanitizer straight to the soap and water.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. Matt?
I would have sanitized. If it
Just
was
sanitize?
Yeah.
Sanitize and roll.
Teal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This could be a big debate. Like when you're at Buc-ee's, what's a guy to do after he takes a tinkle?
Well, I'm not going to ask the follow-up question here. We're not going to dive into those depths. Okay. All right.
Have at it. I'm all ears. If you want a follow-up question.
No, I'm not asking a follow-up question. I want to get to the duck hunting here.
Oh, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes, very, very interesting.
I mean, there was 20 hand sanitizing pumps at every single urinal.
Right.
It was wild. I've never seen
like,
anything like that.
I think it was more like 40 because
could be 40.
That was the biggest gas station I've ever seen.
Unbelievable.
We went to Wally's last year and I was like, wow, this is the biggest gas station I've ever seen. And we went to Buc-ee's and it felt like it was twice the size. It was insane.
Crazy.
It was insane. Anyway, we stopped at Buc-ee's. We got down there. It was daylight. We stayed at a great Airbnb. Fabulous place. Jeff, Instagramless Nate, and I beat Matt and your dad, Matt, down there. So we got to pick the rooms. Matt got stuck upstairs, which is, crafty. Yeah, you made the best of it, right?
Yep.
And then we got ready to go duck hunting. We went out to eat. I got my catfish. Got ready to go duck hunting the next morning.
Yeah, we went to the happening spot in Clinton, Oklahoma for sure on a Friday night.
That was the spot to go.
Yep.
The bowling alley.
You grabbed a sandwich.
Right?
You could have went bowling, done some axe throwing. It was going on.
People were piling in and out of there too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Split Decision in Clinton, Oklahoma.
yes, it was rocking.
That was the place to be.
There was lots of young families. They were in and out.
That was unbelievable. I would have never expected that. When you said we're going to get a burger at a bowling alley, that is not what I anticipated it looking like.
I mean, we got breakfast at a gas station last year that was pretty delicious too. I mean, they just do things a little different in Oklahoma. I'm all for it. I think the thing that surprised me, because I pointed this out, I walked past. We all took our little exploratory walks because we couldn't believe what was happening here, right in Clinton, Oklahoma. I walked past and I walked into the kitchen, and I don't think there's anybody older than 25 years old in the kitchen, but they were churning out food, and it was like everything was so consistent. I was so impressed. I was like, man,
it was consistent because there was 8 items on the menu, so they got real good at making all 8. That's for sure.
Plus what night was it? Friday night special.
That's true. They do. Okay. They did have their Friday night special.
I mean, my catfish was amazing.
And when you're in Oklahoma, the fish fry is catfish, not your traditional beer battered cod like we see here in Wisconsin.
Yep. Dude, it was so good. Available. Oh, it was so good. There was not one drop of grease on it. It was just crisp and
everything was good. Nate's pizza was good.
Yeah.
Our burgers were good. Tots were good.
Nate's pizza was great. I had a few slices.
Instagramless Nate.
Instagramless Nate. He's gonna love that. Oh yeah. Split decision. I would go back there and eat again. That's the thing. It was good. It was good.
You almost did. I think those words came out of your mouth. I'm pretty sure you were thinking about going back.
I want the catfish again. Like, there's not catfish like that in southeastern Wisconsin. I know Matt lives on the river. Catfish. What is the place, Matt, that you go to?
Oh, Catfish Charlie's.
Catfish Charlie's.
10 minutes from here. Delicious.
I mean, you could go grab yourself some stink bait and get you a couple catfish in the river.
Exactly.
Tyler.
I can't cook it like that. Okay. Right. That's it. Can't cook it like that. Yeah, we had a delicious got back. We're all excited and giddy, right? We're all giddy. Zach gave us the lowdown and the report where we were going to be, which was like 10 minutes from our place. I mean,
perfect first morning spot. 10-minute drive.
Booyah. It was.
Yep.
It was. We got to meet one of the other guides, right? We got to meet Nick's.
Yep.
Right. We didn't get to meet last year on our first one. That was awesome. That was fun. He came. We pulled up, and they were still setting. They weren't still setting. They were finishing up putting the final touches on things.
Yeah.
And he came to get us. Rolled up in his truck and was just banging to some rap music. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. And then your dad proceeded to sit in the front seat. Did he turn it down? I don't even know.
I don't know. I sat on the tailgate most of the trip, I think, between the UTVs and the trucks. I never saw the inside of a cab. So
I tell you what, though, man, it was hitting the spot that early in the morning. It woke me up a little bit. I was feeling it. I was vibing.
I imagine when you've been out there for that long, setting up our blinds and getting brushed in, listening to that is probably just perfect at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah. You got to get amped up for the morning.
Yeah.
You got to bring the energy, especially as a guide, right?
Yeah.
Like they have to entertain at 6 a.m. So like you got to get jacked up a little bit.
Yeah.
They've probably been there since like 4 a.m. too.
Right.
Setting up and the amount of brushing in is just makes me think a lot about the brushing in that I do here. Woefully inadequate job that I do here. It's
crazy. It definitely makes you think.
I mean, it is wild. But
we were old like once over, and I think that's all right.
That'll be good enough.
That should be all right. Yeah,
we definitely had a good vibe going into it because Zach called us Friday night and said the farmer wanted him to come hunt that pond because how many people were contacting him about it because how many birds were on it. So this morning, I definitely had a pretty good feeling that it wasn't going to suck for sure. I just didn't know what it was going to be like, and it was awesome.
It was a fun hunt.
The 10 minutes before, just sitting there, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we got into our blinds. We're laying there, and we're like checking the time, and
Zach's in the water, still putting out decoys. There's headlamps going on, and the ducks are just landing on the outside or inside the spread, depending on what decoy patch we were looking at. It was pretty excellent.
It was a real cool intro too. And I was sitting with Zach on my right side, and as the ducks, once we all got kind of settled in, he was like, well, make sure you guys sit up a little bit because I want you guys to watch the show. And then as those ducks were just landing in the decoys, picking up, swinging around, he said, well, boys, it's good to see you again. Welcome back to Oklahoma. And that kind of just like set that whole morning up. I was like, oh yeah, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
It was awesome. And the first 30 minutes were just nonstop too.
Yeah.
Like nonstop.
Yeah. After we got that first group, the ones that came in and the few on the water, it was a group of 2 to 4 for that first half hour, real consistent. And then, a steady trickle enough to keep you like actually had to be in the blind because it was, somebody was looking one way, they're going to see, another 2 coming across the pond somewhere else. So it was consistent, which was fun.
It was fun. Yeah. That was a fun hunt. Yeah. That was a really nice one. And we pounded the ringers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool watching those ringnecks. It's really fun to watch them work the decoys. I mean, they're fast. They swing back and forth and back and forth, and it's fun to watch. It's a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I crossed that species off my list too.
Yeah, same.
And Jeff is claiming that he crossed it off on that first volley of birds that came by and shot all 3 ducks that hit the water too.
Yeah, so that's the video, the debatable video. If I shot a triple or not. Matt, what'd you think?
It's hard to say. 'Cause the first one is actually the one in question, because it's like your gun comes up and then a duck falls, but you can also see like everybody else in that first shot.
Okay.
Definitely the third confirmed, and then second it's hard to tell. But the first one's my most questionable one.
So
I don't think in your video you can tell me not even going after that flock, because I was shooting the one that was on the water.
So you watched it in slow-mo.
I did slow it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll agree with Matt on the first one. I don't know. Second one and third one, I think Jeff, I think you got them. I think you dropped them.
See, the first one I think was the most.
Oh,
Really? Was the most.
I don't know. Your gun barrel and stock kind of covered up everything. It made it kind of hard to tell.
See, I was looking at the first one and the third one. The second one was the one that I thought I was maybe shooting at, the one on the left, and the one on the right dropped.
that doesn't mean you didn't hit that other one though.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's very true.
I mean, they were ripping by that time.
They were.
So to set the story, when we got back, I made a joke. I don't even know how it went, but Matt was sitting there. I was like, "Oh, I think I'm going to be that guy. I think I shot all 3." And Matt was giving me shit for it like the whole trip. And I finally sent him the video this afternoon. I was like, "Here it is, boys. You tell me." And you're a little bit more convinced that it was possible after watching the video, right, Matt?
Yeah.
And maybe you were the first time when I first said it.
The first time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, like it was like the first 30 minutes to give people an idea, right? We had birds down, and then it's like, okay, we needed dogs to pick up. So I got out with Mac, and I send him on a blind. I blow my whistle and cast him, and a bird swings around from the opposite direction, like 180 degrees away from the direction I just casted him. And I just pulled up and shot the duck, and it landed 10 yards from me on the bank.
I remember watching that because nobody was going to call the shot except you, because your dog was in the water.
Correct. Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
But it was weird for me because I kept asking, because I did that twice, and I'm like, can I shoot this duck? I asked both times because I'm on a guided hunt. I'm not the one calling the shot. It's like a weird thing in my brain.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird combo because it's your dog who you sent out.
Yes.
Who you are going to put in harm's way potentially. Like, you're the one that should call that shot. However, you're not the shot caller.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think you did a good job balancing the two.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I did send that to somebody who said, yeah, I would have never taken that shot. And they just have a rule that, hey, my dog's in the water. There are no shots that are fired ever. It does not matter if it's dog's this way and duck is this way and you're shooting that way.
Even if it's your dog and you're the one shooting?
Correct.
See, that's where if it's your dog and you know your dog and you're comfortable with the shot, I'm fine with you taking that shot. The only thing I could agree with on that side is if you don't want to give the other people the impression that they could also do that, right? I get that part.
That's fair, yeah.
But if it's your dog, that's your call.
Yeah.
And don't let anybody else, in my opinion, it's like, don't let anybody else tell me how to handle hunting over my dog, because that's my dog.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I would look at it.
It's fair. Yeah.
But
yeah. So, I mean, it was a blast. I had a lot of fun. I did some weird stuff with Mac, like I always do. Like I casted him while I was sitting in the layout blind. That was wild. That was fun. Like I blew the whistle. He turned around and he was like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "Hey."
I know Nix was very impressed with Mac on day one when he got hung up in the tree there on the in the middle right. That
I
mean, not his fault. It's not like he swims through a stick pond very often, but he got hung up, didn't panic. You casted him out of it essentially, and then he just kept swimming. And Nick said something along the lines of like, "I know plenty of dogs, or we've had plenty of dogs, customer dogs out here that would have probably like panicked and drowned, like no problem." Like, no, Mac's pretty It's pretty chill. He'll get through it.
He doesn't. Yeah, he keeps
He's
his
cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
cool as a cucumber. That was
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So I had a lot of fun handling him on that hunt too, which is fun. You guys shot a lot of birds. It felt like the birds were the way they were swinging. Most of the birds, I was on the far left. I felt like most of the birds, they were swinging out left and then cutting across in front of me, in front of you guys, which was perfect. And there were a few times where I didn't even get a shot. I just didn't pull the trigger because by the time you popped up out of the layout, like I'm leaning against this door. It's like, well, I'm just wasting ammo.
Right. When the divers are so fast. Like,
Oh yeah.
we didn't really have any that were feet down in the decoys. I mean, maybe one or two, I think.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, I mean, we were shooting them on while they were swinging. So it was hard shooting, fast shooting.
Yeah.
Some of the shots were far.
My first half of the morning shooting was horrid. I really ramped it up there in the afternoon, in the middle morning when it got lighter out. I got way better when I started crossing right to left for whatever reason. When we started taking those, I was lights out after that. It was the ones where left to right, kind of getting called, like Tyler said, like more center right. Horrible. And the footage shows like horrible. Horrible.
Some of it is like a timing thing though too. Like if you're not up in time where you can swing with them, like you're just
gone.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm way behind. My guess is I'm way, way, way behind when I'm missing.
Yeah. I mean, did the footage confirm that you were wearing the GoPro?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then the right to left ones you were getting up a little bit earlier.
Must have been.
Yeah.
Must have been just timing it better.
Or there's a little bit more space though too. You're not like. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd love to get one of those shot cams and throw one of those on
I
my
would
gun.
too. I just can't.
The only thing that I don't like, I think they've made improvements on them, but I don't like that you have to wake them up like right before the shot.
Everyone I've seen still has to do that. Maybe there's a newer version, but
Right. Which is really tricky. Like, I mean, if you have a pointer, it's a little easier, but like say you're on an upland hunt with a flushing dog, how in the hell are you going to do that?
You wasted your first shot by like
slapping your gun against your hand. Like that's a lot going on to do all that.
Yeah.
But duck hunting may be a little better. Like if there's ducks working the decoys, you can, tap
It's
on
amazing
it
how clear it is, like, and their focus, like the zoom focus on those, because it's crazy how clear it is. I mean, that's what you get what you pay for. They're very nice.
Right.
But then again, it's so specific. Like I wear my GoPro at home. And even then, like you can watch Tyler in a couple of my videos and stuff, right? Like handling the dog and like there's a lot more going on. The shot cam is just so like it's for the shot.
That's it.
That's it.
Right.
Right. Hard.
I wish you could.
Really
I
cool,
wish you could rent one. Yeah. Like I wish you could rent one. That would be amazing.
I wanted that for Mexico because I thought like $100 I'd rent one, but I'm not paying for like to use it all the time. Couldn't find anything that was worth.
Could be a little business idea for you there, Matthew.
I know. Might have to be.
But I mean, like, say you're in a slump and you really want to figure out what you're doing,
that's where
it's like
for diagnosing your shooting.
Let me rent one for a month
Mm-hmm.
and just diagnose my problem, fix it, and then give it back.
Yep.
Right. Be great, especially like gun clubs or like different, trap ranges. If they had those available for rent,
Mm-hmm.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Great business idea for like a sporting clays course or something like that,
For sure.
But
yeah,
shot cam, if you're listening, might be your opportunity.
I'm after that hunt, actually during that hunt, I almost bought.
You were close.
I almost bought.
In the cart.
I was in the cart. I was ready to check out with the Meta Ray-Ban Gen 2s, right? Which also had some crispy footage on them as well.
Yeah.
In low light too, which was pretty amazing.
Surprised.
Yeah. I was sitting next to Mr. Bill Desmaris, aka Bill Desmos, if you follow him on the gram, which you should be because he's awesome at what he does, which is taking pictures of dogs and birds. So he was telling me how good they were. And when someone who's a professional and takes pictures and videos for a living says, yeah, man, I can't believe the clarity and the quality of the the videos that are on these things, you take notice. My issue is that I could get them delivered same day to my house, right? My home in southeastern Wisconsin. I could not get them until after we had to leave in Clinton, Oklahoma. So saved me $480.
Can wait for the Black Friday sales.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy some sometime. We're gonna business expense that baby.
The one thing that I'm curious about, because they're pretty thick frames, right? I mean, Tyler, you wear glasses, so you're used to that kind of thing. But for somebody that doesn't wear glasses, and definitely doesn't, I don't wear glasses. I should probably wear glasses more when I'm shooting. I know it's not the safest thing not to, but I wonder if that would change your shooting, if you would struggle with them initially out the gate.
It's a fair question. If you noticed on the hunts, I was not wearing glasses. I've had, and I stopped. I didn't wear my glasses when I was bow hunting this year either, or gun hunting. What I've had an issue with is looking through like a frame and then focusing on something else, whether that's the bead on the shotgun, or then looking through like a peep sight to a sight, a single pin on a bow, or right through this frame of my glasses and then through a scope. Like my eyes are like in and out of focus a little bit, so I just ditched it this year.
Do you wear contacts during those days? I mean, as a former glasses contacts wearer, I wouldn't have been able to do, like, there would be no like, oh, I didn't wear them today. That wasn't an option. So
no, I did not wear contacts. No. So that
bow hunt, you can see well enough to do that.
Well, the deer get to 20 yards, so then you're okay.
No. I with my vision previously, I'm not sure a deer at 20 yards would have mattered because I couldn't have seen through the peep sight probably.
Oh, yeah.
So Tyler, you said that deer was big. Are you sure it was
100%.
big?
110%.
Are you sure it even had antlers?
Yeah, a twig back there.
But then when I take them off, I'm able to actually focus on the target though. So I noticed like shooting my bow over the summer, it's like, okay, this is more consistent. This feels good. I'm not drawn back, and I'm not like doing like blinking and trying to get my eyes to focus. It's just like, okay, right. It's all good. We're good.
Is that a 1 eye, 2 eye thing, or does it matter?
I'm red eye dominant, so everything is red eye.
Oh, because there's definitely a guy, what's his name? Way back in the day, VHS days, he used to put chapstick. He'd smear it over his left glasses when he was shooting, so you could just focus out of the one, and then you wouldn't have to like close and worry about the left eye.
Interesting. So, very long-winded long, like you get to hear about all my issues that I have, right? Which are, the list is long, and I have an astigmatism, which means I don't see very well in low light conditions, which is wonderful for duck hunting, right? Yeah, when a tiny little bird is ripping through at 50 miles an hour, at first light, not the best of circumstances, but you make it work. Very long-winded way of saying that's a great question, Jeff, right? It might, right? It might. Those glasses are large though, too. So if you can, like, if the frame is bigger, you're not, if you don't pick up on it right with your peripherals, then it's not probably not as much. But I'll give it a try at some point this year and let you guys know.
Yeah, let us know how you're shooting. If it improves or gets worse, maybe it'll improve. I mean, hey, you never know.
Well, I won't be wearing a GoPro, so maybe that'll help too.
I have noticed that I think when I upland hunt, I shoot worse with that GoPro on my head. There was a couple times where I took it off just because I don't know if I'm bearing down on the barrel good enough with it on. So, and I think duck hunting is a little different. You have a little bit more time to react maybe in certain situations. Upland hunting is a little different, I guess. I mean, you're usually in a weird stance. You got weird footing, like you're spinning around, doing a lot of things. So I don't know. For whatever reason, I felt like I wasn't shooting as good with it on my head, but it could have just been in my head, right? But it's all mental.
Yeah.
A lot of it's mental.
Yep.
So,
yeah. And what else on day one stood out? That was our best hunt of the trip.
Yep. Your pickup experience was pretty fun to watch.
When me and you went on a cripple hunt and came back with a limit.
Yeah,
that was great. I mean, to be fair, right? We do things a little bit different than probably most customers, right? Nick's was like, it's probably going to be a pain to pick up all these cripples, right? Or the birds that had cripples or birds that had drifted all the way across.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
It
it's
was
20 mile an hour wind, and we were letting them sit in the decoys because like we literally couldn't get out for parts of the hunt. Like those first ones we shot, I think we picked up like 2 out of the 5, and then the rest just drifted across the pond.
Yeah,
which is normal. I mean, it's like a football field size pond. It's not like a lake or a river where we're hunting or anything back home, where that's not really an option.
Yeah. And Jeff and I were like, we'll go for a walk, and they're like, oh, we'll pick you up like over here, or we'll drop you off on the other side. We're like, no, we're good. We'll just walk. we just walked like almost all the way around the whole thing.
Yeah, we sat back
with
and
6 ducks.
Yeah, we sat back and picked up layout blinds and shotgun shells, and you guys were walking around.
We were off to a bad start though. There was one.
It was
that,
a hot start. Yeah,
scared the crap out of us, and then you shot and like just rung my clock.
I did ring,
and then I was all disoriented. Fired another shot,
and that one flew back across the pond into that tree.
Yeah.
And then I went for a walk.
Yeah. It took you 2 shots to get it.
2 shots. Yeah, because it was on land, but jumping into the water, and then I killed it on the water. And then again, it went back and forth because it drifted back across the pond to you guys by the time you guys were done with your walk.
Yep. We had a couple other that flushed up out of the cattails that we took a shot at, and picked up a couple others along the way. It was fun.
It was good. It was fun.
Yeah, we were setting the log with Bill and getting everything kind of prepped for a picture when you guys get back. And I come back, I'm like, I think they have 6. Nobody believed that you guys picked up that many across the side.
6. Yeah.
We had to make more room for the picture.
We just casually returned with a limit of ducks.
Yeah,
great. That was great. Jeff likes to roll up after a walk with a handful of ducks, right? That's not the first time that happened this season.
Yeah.
After a long walk.
I told you, man, that jump shooting is like the closest thing you can get to upland hunting in a waterfowl space. Jump shooting's fun. It's a blast. I feel like it's underrated sometimes. Or people think it's not sporting, or you're not a true hunter if you jump shoot. Yeah, screw that. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's people in the duck hunting world that will tell you you're not sporty if you let the birds hit the water. And then there's others who tell you that, yeah, you're not sporty unless the birds hit the water. I mean,
oh yeah,
just full of
nobody can make up their mind.
I mean, I have lots of comments on the community. It's very, very interesting that I'm going to hold back. That's like a separate episode,
Yeah. Yeah. And the jump shooting, that's like back to my roots, man. Like that's how I started. I started floating little rivers in a kayak. Because like we didn't have the decoys and the blinds and all that. We literally just had a small little stretch of river, and we'd park a truck on both ends and float it down and take turns who was sitting in the front of the canoe. I mean, that's how I got started. That's how I fell in love with duck hunting, right? So it's kind of like getting back to your roots a little bit.
Yeah. I've got a cousin, it's my cousin's son, actually. He's like 19 or 20 now. Him and his friends, they live in southwestern Wisconsin. There's just not the water there to do setup types of hunts. And they, tell you what though, they do a lot of jump shooting. They shoot a pile of ducks and geese.
Mm-hmm.
Like they take geese to Marty's to get sausage made multiple times.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And it's like, I was having a conversation with him. He's like, it doesn't pay for me to go set up for 2 or 4 ducks. We'll just go at 8 o'clock in the morning, jump shoot it, and then drive over to the next pond we have access to. And like, why? It's like, okay, all right, fair.
I mean, especially if you're walking along like a windy stretch of river with a dog by your side, like that's a blast.
They've got that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So, we're getting way off topic here. We came back. Jeff and I came back with six more ducks. How many did we end up with that hunt?
27 or 28. 27 or 28. Yeah.
It was a lot. It was awesome.
I think like over 20 of them were ringers, and then
Teal,
we had a couple gadwall in there.
Green wings.
Couple green wings. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had one with a funky beak too.
I didn't see that.
Me neither.
Didn't see that?
I believe you though.
It was juvie though. Yeah. We did, yeah. I forget, Matt, you might have shot it actually.
No clue.
I don't know.
So you get to see most of the ducks because your dog.
That's true. You're handling like half of them.
I usually go the whole day. I don't even touch a duck.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not terrible though, is it?
No.
All right, we're gonna
Sometimes though, I get a little excited or a little jealous that it's like, oh, what does he got? What does he got? I want to see.
I mean, that's
what? We had some shovelers.
Yeah,
well,
that's right. We had a couple shovelers. Yep.
because there was some orange feet sticking up. I do remember that.
Yeah.
now you remember.
Mm-hmm. God, I remember.
It was 2 shovelers. I think they were both hens.
Yeah.
Two hen shovelers. Yeah.
Yep.
I just can't find my stud Hollywood for the wall.
No, you have to travel.
Well, I was close. I was in the ballpark. They had shot a few the day before.
Yep, and they've shot a couple since.
Yeah.
That was a blast. We hunted. I mean, it took a while though. We were there a long time. We got back to the place at like 2:00. So we hunted. They kept trickling, so we kept.
Yeah, we didn't pack up till 11:30.
And then Jeff and I took our walk, right? Yeah. And just
Yep. And we had only a 10-minute drive back, so it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't some 45-minute or hour adventure back.
No. So that was good. That was fun. We had a good supper that night. We ate well on our trip. We ate well.
Very.
It was very. It was very
eating like kings.
Yeah, it was a very satisfying thing. And then we got to day 2, gentlemen. Day 2.
Yeah. Which
is a whole different setup. Completely
little
different.
Tiny pond. I mean, I'm not good with sizes, references.
That was probably like
small. It was smaller than an acre, half an acre pond.
80 yards long by 20 yards deep or something like that. Like it wasn't real big.
I don't think it was 80 yards.
And I mean, we were set up on the water's edge.
Yeah, under some tree cover there.
With some tree cover right next to us, yeah. And the decoys were close. I mean, the decoys were right in front of us. So you knew if those birds are coming in, it was
because there was
close
on the opposite side, so it was really tight.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I think it was maybe 45 yards long and about 20 yards across.
Yeah, it was small.
I mean, Jeff, compared to the wood duck hole, it was way shorter than that. It was maybe half that.
It could be. Yep. Yeah. It was small.
It was small. Yeah. It was in your face where they're like, it's going to be a teal bomb, right? We're going to go crack on some teal. And we were set up there, and what happened? Who wants to talk about it? Who wants to lay it out here?
Well, I mean, it started kind of, I was just taking pictures of the sunrise with like 30 seconds to go, and there was teal, 1s and 2s flying right at our face right away.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, things are going to get like kind of real kind of fast. And we had a couple come in. I don't think we took any shots on the first group. I don't remember we had shot first, but right before
we had a single that came in, and Ryan said, shoot it. And
nobody
landed.
Up, I don't think.
Yeah,
right?
nobody shot. It landed. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And then we shot, and then it flew away.
Yep.
That was an epic start.
That was probably there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after, I don't know how long in it was, maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Couple minutes, yeah.
Ryan was sitting next to me, and he turned over. He said, "Hey, Nix, are you seeing what I'm seeing?" And I looked out, and there was just a big ball of teal like working right towards us.
Yep.
So, and then as they got closer to the pond, I had posted a video. I think I posted that video. You can hear Ryan said, "I need y'all to get in the crouch position, and when I tell you, I need you to shoot them."
Yeah.
I was just like, okay. That's because of what we didn't do in that solo that came in. No, that was so funny. That was great.
But I tell you what, though, I mean, he was beating himself up because he didn't call the shot on that. But from what I saw, which was little, but I was able to see a little bit through the grasses in front of me, they were ripping in every direction. coming from over the top of our head, left, right, in front of us. Like, it was chaos. So even if he would have called that shot, I don't know how many we would have even gotten.
Yeah,
they weren't like landing in the decoys.
There was like one main group that was fluttering down, kind of like bees. They were kind of everywhere, and then there was groups kind of flying around that. So it's really hard to call the shot because they weren't really settling down necessarily. And you're right. I mean, I think we should have shot 2. You know,
right.
We would have if that was the call, because it would have been over real quick. It's not like they were sitting on the water. None of them were like in when it would have been the time to call it.
No.
I think some landed like way off to the left, Tyler, like over by you. There wasn't enough in the center of our whole group in order to call that shot.
There was, I watched, and it was like you had birds coming at us. We had birds crossing this way, birds crossing this way. We were set up. There was like a few trees behind us. We're in a panel blind, and they were like, a couple came at us. They circled, a group came at us, circled around, and then bombed straight up over the trees, like straight. I mean, it was insane. Like, it was like you were in like a beehive. I mean, they were like swarming over. There were about 15 birds on the water at one point in time. They were on the far like straight left of me. There was no shot. I couldn't even get a shot. Right? They just tucked into that little corner of the pond. And Ryan was sitting next to me. He's like, "No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that." And then it was like over faster than it started. And he was kicking himself. But yeah, I said the same thing. We maybe shoot 2 birds out of that.
Yeah.
They were so close, moving so fast. Right? Our shooting lanes are pretty small because everything is just so in your face. Yeah, it was like, dang. But there was like 50 teal. It was like a 50 pack of teal.
Yeah, it was a good wad of them.
That was a good wad. I don't think I've experienced a 50 pack of teal in Wisconsin.
Well, we had that one hunt was probably close to that, Tyler, that early blue wing hunt that we did.
Oh, yeah. What I mean is like 50 teal
all at one time.
All at one time.
I've never had saw over 50 birds flying through us, but
yeah, I've never had a ball that big, like, do it right there in front of you.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like quiet.
Yeah.
I think we knocked off a couple.
We had a group. We had a 20. Yeah, we had like a 20 pack come in. Right, called the shot. We dropped a couple of birds. Right.
Yeah.
I sailed one over the bank on the backside there. It's like, okay, all right. And it had been a minute since we'd seen birds. So then they were like, oh, Nick's like, you send your dog and go get it. I was like, okay, all right. So of course I send him, right? And I'm standing on the edge of the bank, and here comes a 30 pack of teal, right? Just, like coming right at us. My dog is on the other side of the bank over the dam. You can't see him. Oh, great, right? And they're just working back and forth, and it's like, son of a biscuit.
Well, he popped up over the bank, and you blew the whistle. And I remember there was Teal working the decoys, and he was sitting on the bank with a duck in his mouth, just staring at you.
I don't know. Looking back, like, that was not the right thing to do, to sit him. I didn't know what to do. It was like,
I don't think that was a bad call to sit him.
I mean, he could come.
He was just in a bad spot because he was elevated right in front of all the shooters.
Yeah, like if I call him into the decoy, if I let him keep coming, he's in the water. Do we get a shot over the top? I don't know. Like,
it was just bad timing. Yeah,
it was just horrible timing. So then it's like, oh, look, we saw 100 teal in 3 groups and shot 2 of them. Like, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, for big ducks that we saw, we shot at the only one that was there was that hen mallard.
Yep.
Because the drake circled and left. The hen kept quacking and quacking and quacking and really never got lower, and they called a shot. And we pretty much winged it. And you and I think Nix and Matt went for a stroll. That was it. I think we shot 1 teal while you guys were gone.
You did.
Came in.
Yep. Yeah. Single came in. It was like one shot, boom. Okay.
Yeah.
That bird did not make it out of there alive.
No.
Yeah, that one landed right in the decoys too. That was an easy one.
Yep. Yeah. So that was the morning. Really.
That was the morning. Yeah.
So we pivoted and tried out some geese in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any luck. But I tell you what, that was fun. It was a cool experience. They put out a shit pile of geese decoys.
37 dozen full bodies.
37 dozen. I felt bad for Max. I don't know if he set those all up himself or the large majority of them, but holy smokes. That was the boys put in a lot of effort for that hunt. And it just didn't pan out, but that's hunting.
Yeah, he never really came our side of the lake. We saw him. Called at a couple groups that got down lower, but I mean, I couldn't see anything. I think one time I saw a flicker of some geese through the layout line.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it fucked up, and
we had a couple that got close and gave us a look, it sounded like, but then I think I had heard Maxwell say that they were playing follow the leader, or Zach said that, and I think that was kind of the problem. There was some big groups going off somewhere else, and all the geese in the area were following suit, as they do sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun to listen to. I mean, you know, Zach
on those calls.
Oh, Zach is right. I mean, he won some calling competitions back in the day, and Maxwell can hold his own. So like listening to them just wail on the goose call was like, man, music to my ears, because I will never be able to play the goose flute even close to that. So I just laid in my layout blind. It was like 60 degrees and just enjoyed it, you know?
I was wearing shorts.
Yeah.
You were.
I had the bibs on. I had to ditch the bibs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did cool off that last half
got
hour.
The shade there, yeah.
Yeah. I was getting a little chilly. But
Yeah. Then we went back and we ate another delicious meal. And we ate like kings. Right? Yep. We ate like kings.
Unfortunate Packer game.
Oh yeah, I stayed up way too late. I slept so little on this trip. I could not believe it.
Yep.
Like,
that was unfortunate.
So little. It was wild. I was like, this is going to be great. We're going to hunt. We're going to shoot birds. I'm going to take a nap every single day. Right? Like, you know, we hunted a lot. We hunted late the first day. The second day we did 2 hunts, and it was like we had just a sliver of transition time because we had a further drive on day 2. So we did stop at a Brahms. Jeff, Nate, and I stopped at a Brahms and picked out some French fries.
I tell you what, Culver's fries are better.
They're cooked longer. They're in the fryer for an extra minute.
Similar taste, but they're crispier. Culver's has they're a little crispier.
Yeah. But,
very, very similar how the two restaurants. The menu, the color schemes, like I don't know, but Brahms came first according to your research, correct, Tyler?
Brahms came first. Yes, Brahms originated before Culver's.
So did Culver's kind of take a little bit of their stuff, or did Brahms pivot after the success of Culver's? What came first? I don't know.
World might never know, Jeff.
World may never know. Chicken or the egg?
I mean, same fries, like the same blue color scheme. It was actually eerie. It was like, oh, are we at Culver's or Brahms? But then you saw like some pink. They integrate some pink into theirs. It's like, okay, it's not Culver's. The thing I regret is I did not order the bag of burgers from Brahms, though. Right? The five, like the bag of burgers, 5 burgers for like $7.20. I mean,
that was a good deal.
That was a good deal, yeah. It was a really good deal. And if you're wondering, I said we ate like kings. Our 2 meals included sous vide beef tip with cheesy potatoes,
au jus,
jalapeno poppers. I forget what else we had that night, and we had
cheesy potatoes. Did you say
potatoes?
that?
Got the grandma's famous cheesy potato recipe. And then the other night was cheesy, or was sorry, not cheesy. It was venison backstrap with baked potatoes, green beans. Yeah, you name it.
Tyler told me, Matt, that I made a scene about that piece of ham that I found inside of the cheesy potatoes.
You did make a
Can't
scene.
confirm what exactly was going on there.
There was a piece of meat in the
I think
cheesy
you chewed up
potatoes.
some meat and spit it in there. I'm not
And you're
entirely
like,
sure what was there because we don't have
maybe-
ham at our house. So
Maybe it was Tommy. Maybe he chewed some up when he was helping Kelly make the cheesy
yeah,
potatoes.
I don't know what was going on there.
It was a piece of hot dog from Tommy, I think.
No,
Yeah, it was Jeff. You did make a scene about that. That was hilarious.
Well, nobody believed me. I was like, this is a chunk of meat. Why don't you believe me?
I don't. It was a really weird conversation, folks.
Yeah.
I just ignored it, and then I just went and got a second helping of cheesy potatoes.
You know what the interesting part is, though? I ate it. I didn't know what it was or how it got there, but I popped it in and ate it.
Yeah,
So-
that's right. Wait. Though. Okay,
Not
wait.
okay.
I took like 6 baked potatoes home, and we had backstrap left because it was like I cooked the backstrap, the entire thing, right, from one deer, and I had for lunches the next few days at work, right. I sliced off backstrap, heated it up in a pan, cracked 3 eggs, and then took potatoes, diced up the potato in a separate pan, crisped it up, and had like over medium, over easy-ish eggs on top of sliced backstrap with crunchy, salty potatoes. It was like, wow, I am living the dream here. It's amazing.
I'm just
Amazing.
happy that I made your day by showing up with a bag of potatoes that I put in the microwave, and you were just like tickled pink to have some baked potatoes.
We don't eat a lot of potatoes in our house, so I was
Yeah.
living the dream on this trip. Okay, I ate baked potatoes and cheesy potatoes back-to-back nights.
Yeah.
All right, not just any cheesy potato. This is grandma's secret recipe with
They're
topped with what is it topped with, Matt?
A piece of meat,
oh, see, yeah, that too.
mystery meat.
The sea salt and vinegar kettle chips.
Salt.
It's
and
usually
vinegar.
your cereal on top, but we do the chips.
That was good.
I like the
Mhm.
chips. That was nice. That was good.
Crunch.
Was good. And then we had to pack it up, right? We watched the disappointing Packer games. We were up way too late. I could not like calm down after the game, even though I was like, whatever, not invested in sports anymore. And but couldn't calm down. I slept for like 4 hours. I had to get up and pack up and go do
Yeah,
our
pack
last hunt, boys. Who wants
Yeah.
to set the stage for this one?
Yeah, Maxwell took us out to a spot that nobody had hunted yet that year, I think I heard. They said it was real inconsistent up until the 3 days prior that we went out there, where it was just a couple ducks here, and then the next day be loaded, then the next day would be a couple ducks. So nobody had taken a shot at it. But they said the last 3 days it was loaded up. So again, it was a small cattle pond, right? And out in the pasture, in a panel blind up against a bank. Kind of a similar setup with the panel blind that we did the previous year on our last hunt.
Yep.
Where you just had a little bit of a bank or a drop off behind us, and then I don't know if they were the tangle free panels out in front of us. And it was a pretty small pond, but maybe medium sized, if you want to say from the trip, right? First day we were on a little bit bigger. Second day was tiny, and this one was a medium sized pond. But it was real quiet early, like before shooting light. We weren't seeing much of anything. So
no, nothing flying.
Yeah, and then I don't know how long it was into shooting light, but the mallards came first, right? We had a 2-pack of mallards come in, a drake and a hen. We dropped those. The one you had to go searching for a little bit, but we ended up recovering both of those. And then we had a good group of gadwall do it perfectly, like right in the decoys, right in front of all of us.
It started as a much bigger group of gadwall and widgeon because they were doing the whistle, and Maxwell was doing the widgeon call back. And I mean, and when we shot and they were all gadwall, it was like, what happened to the rest of them? It was a much bigger group to start with a variety, and then it ended up being all gadwalls that piled in. But I mean, we probably had a dozen come into the spread.
Yeah.
Like, feet down right in front. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What did we drop? 5 or 6 out of that group, I think.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was decent. Did you say you're having issues with your gun on that one, Matt?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just our end or whatever, but the inertia gun, like I was on a pretty steep, I didn't have a stool. I had a a chair. So I was like super balanced the chair on the angle. So when I stand up, I'm basically falling backwards, which is not good for the inertia cycling. So I would have to re-rack. And actually there's a cool GoPro where I shot a bird on my third shell after, like, you can see me like pull the bolt back and like get it straightened out. And then I drop the third one as it's flying away.
Nice.
But that was the only problem. And it wasn't a problem. It's just in that situation, which I don't find myself often, sitting on a side of a bank at an angle, falling towards a panel blind or falling backwards towards a, you know, the slope of a blind of a hill. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that was
ended up working out.
Yeah, that group did it just right. There was definitely, I think, like, I tried to look at the 360 footage that I had because they had 360 going, but the birds are small enough and it's dark enough where, like, they kind of look like comets, like buzzing in and out. And it was like multiple groups. And I don't know, like, right.
Yeah.
That group that did it with the other birds, I don't know where they were when those birds, I mean, they did it perfect. I mean,
I want to see that video. You got to send us the video.
It's hard. I can't really edit it. That's the thing. Like,
even when they came in, you can't.
I can do that part, yeah, but you don't
Yeah,
see them until they're like right there and we're shooting. It's
Yeah.
just because the light, where the sun is coming from, like, it's kind of like back and left this way. So it like there wasn't quite. It's not like the first day where, like, I have the 360 going, but the sun is coming up straight in front of us. Like, we're looking where the birds are, and so it's 10 minutes before lighting. You can see them buzzing around and landing in the decoys. Right. This is like 15 minutes after, and I can like, I don't know, it was weird. It was just different lighting with the camera.
Yeah.
So it's like not as good as I thought. I thought it was gonna be amazing because it's widgeons are whistling, like you can hear them whistling like straight over the top of us. Like it was cool.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. Then it was just done. It was wild. I don't know what happened.
I think there was one more single that came
a
in.
ringneck came buzzing in.
Yeah.
I called it. I said it's going to the left, and then that was kind of it for the day. Honestly,
Yeah. That was it. That one gave us a slip.
as in didn't see other ducks. Like, it wasn't like they didn't work. It wasn't like we missed. That was it.
No, the sky was just
Mm-hmm.
empty.
Mm-hmm.
Empty. We didn't see geese. We didn't see ducks. Nothing.
Nope. Nothing.
Nope. That was it. Man, it allowed us to get out of there nice and early though.
It was a different experience leaving. That 10:15, I think we rolled out 10:20, like from the street, which allows you to get home much earlier than last year.
I mean, I would have preferred to shoot.
I would have traded an hour or two for it, but
yeah,
it did make a difference.
I would have preferred to shoot a limit and leave that early, but hey, I was not complaining about leaving that early. I mean,
You'd still be sitting there.
yeah, I mean, we rolled into Jeff's house at 11:59 p.m., which meant I was home at like 12:30. The difference between driving to my house at midnight after riding in the car for 13 hours versus driving home at 2:15 in the morning was drastic in how I felt.
I think I was in bed at 10:35 after a quick shower, as opposed to, I think we rolled up at our house at like 1 last year. Very different.
Brutal. That was brutal.
Yeah.
That was brutal. So,
And it was like 2 degrees when we got home last time.
also, yes, that was also true. Yeah. All right. That's it for that. So gentlemen, give me the, like, all right, reflect on this trip, right? Right. Did it meet your expectations? Did it exceed them based upon what you were based upon, right? What we kind of thought going in? Were you disappointed? What did you think?
For me, I'd say it was on par with what I would have expected. And only because I'm so used to having taken different guiding trips. So, like, obviously last year I told you guys, like, don't get your hopes up. Like, it's not going to be great all 3 days. And then it kind of was. And then, this year I was like, I don't know. And it kind of was more of like what I'd expect, no matter how much effort you put in, what you see on ponds. Like, you book 3 days because you're worried about weather and birds showing up. And like, you hope to have one really, really solid day. And, you just hope for, some birds on the other two. And it was perfect. I mean, I shot more birds there than I did on other trips. So
yeah, I mean, we still came home with almost 40 birds, right? Like between the 3 days, that's not bad for 5 guys.
Nope.
I think last year what made the biggest difference was we just had a banger goose hunt, right? We shot the same amount of birds that we came home with this year in one hunt last year, right? Like had that hunt not happened,
we almost didn't go out that day.
It would have been a similar experience, right? It's just we had a banger of a hunt and we hit it perfectly when we were in the socks that one day when it was super cold and windy. But I still had a blast. I think the Airbnb was a lot of fun. I think we got to explore, the Clinton, Oklahoma a little bit more. I think we got to experience the culture a little bit more than we did the year prior, right? Where we were kind of just like stuck in the cabin. Me and Nate went and watched a little youth basketball at the Tornado Bowl.
Yeah.
Went to their local what we call Fleet Farm or Farm and Fleet.
Yeah, that's true.
Your dad bought
purchases were made
20-foot Santa Claus.
Yep. And a 10-foot stackable one.
We went to Brahms, we went to Buc-ee's, like we got to meet a couple new guides. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
I agree. The shout out to the Clinton football field. That looked like a place I want to play high school football at.
Okay. Before though, you didn't go into their basketball court. That Tornado Bowl.
Yeah.
Dude, that was something to be seen.
You never sent me a picture of that, Jeff.
I think I sent it to Matt.
Sent it to me because
you were on the phone.
We were trying to go to the Route 66 museum, and then it was a whole thing.
Yeah, you didn't want to come out and adventure with us. We asked.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
No, I wanted to take a nap, and that didn't happen either. No, the football field, like it is in a bowl, like it's actually the stands are built into like the ground as it rises up around it. It's field turf in the middle. It was just like, wow, that is an epic. It's like a real bowl you're playing. It was cool. Yeah.
So Nate sent me a text after we got back that Clinton, Oklahoma is the birthplace of Mr. Toby Keith.
No way.
Yes.
There wasn't a sign. How could it be that?
I think it says he was born there, but he didn't I don't know if that's not his
at the hospital, and then he,
I think so. That's probably the nearest hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was born in Clinton, Oklahoma.
Because in the South, they always have a sign like home of somebody.
So my guess is that
not his home.
There it is. Born July 8th, 1961 in Clinton, Oklahoma.
Huh. Well,
there it is.
Now we know.
There we go.
Birthplace of.
Yeah, I'm sure that's where the nearest hospital was, but that's not where he lived.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you still think they would claim that?
Right. Yeah, he was born at this hospital.
Maybe we missed the sign.
Could have. We could have.
There was a lot of on and off ramps, and we hit them all, and I didn't see a sign.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So I'll give my 2 thoughts on the trip here. My 2 cents, I should say, on the trip. So I had a great time, right? The starting a new job and just lots of just chaos, right? It just felt good to take a break from the chaos of life. And, like the goose hunt, there was a point where it's it's not going to happen. And yet I'm laying in my layout and I'm like, this beats the heck out of thinking about work, stressing about, what do we need to get at the grocery store? Or, do we need more Drano because the shower's backed up again? It's just, it was like, you know what? I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy this. Awesome.
There's something to be said when you're on a trip where literally the only reason you're there is to hunt. It just has a different feel to it.
Yeah.
It's great.
It felt amazing. Yeah, no, it felt amazing. It was just a nice break. And it was like, you know what? We didn't have our first hunt was really good. That was a really good hunt, and the other ones were whatever, it was not for lack of effort, right? Zach and the boys, they put in the work. They busted their tails, and there were just things that are out of their control. Is what it is, and I still had fun. And because it's more for me, it's the adventure though too, right? I'm not the way the birds work, the what you're hunting, how you're set up is not like anything that I'm gonna find around here.
No.
Just nothing. It's a different experience, and that's part of taking a trip is the experience and the adventure of it. We took in some amazing sunrises, right? Like, just looks different there than it does here. It's great. An awesome time.
Agreed.
Good. All right. Let me see here. Ooh, let's see. So, and Matt, for like, no matter what happens next year, Matt, you are not going to Oklahoma. You're not even going to Reelfoot, are you?
Nope, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to skip that. I'm pretty sure.
Or can you let the cat out of the bag? What you're doing next year?
No, I'm gonna sit on it for a while.
Oh,
he's mystery Matt at it again.
It's fun.
Matt.
Well, we know, but he won't let the audience know.
All right.
Yeah, I've got a much bigger trip planned next year.
Okay.
So
Okay, good. Nice teaser.
Yep.
That was good
Yep.
right there. I got a bigger trip. You guys, everyone else can just like
got a
get
pretty
married.
big.
I'm afraid
Pretty
I'm
big in
just gonna
scale.
I'm gonna blow it. I'm just gonna,
I know. Jeff.
I'm gonna
Blurt it out.
accidentally say something.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, what are you thinking for trips next year?
I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, it depends on what Zach and the guys decide to do next year. Whether or not we go back down to Oklahoma, we'll see. But I've always wanted to try Arkansas. Do the classic flooded timber hunt. That's been a bucket list thing for me. Maybe next year's the year for that. I don't know. I do want to do a few more DIY things. Whether that be Minnesota or the Dakotas. Like, I would love to try to do a couple things on my own like that. So we'll see. Nothing concrete yet.
Okay.
But I know I'll end up doing a Minnesota and an Iowa pheasant hunt for sure. I think that's going to be a yearly thing. What I do aside from that is still to be determined.
It's good. Perfect. Excellent. If you're looking for my answer, I don't have one. I'm not sure. To be determined. If I don't do a January hunting trip, that probably is not the worst thing because I'll have to go back to SHOT Show again next January. And so it's like, it is hard to miss 5 or 6 days of work in January when everybody races out of the gate.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And when you start a new job on January 2nd, like, it's especially hard trying to keep up with things. So it'll be easier next year, but still not ideal for that. But we'll see what happens. I have no plans. I'm not really sure. It's to be determined at this point in time.
All I know is the season can't come soon enough because
That's true.
I still have the itch.
Yeah, I've got a real bad itch.
Yeah.
Going through putting away gear and watching YouTube stuff and already planning for next January. It's like, oh man, I can't wait to get stuff ready again in August. I am
all these damn sales that keep coming through in my emails.
That's
too.
true
Like,
too.
Golly. Decoys and rigs and all the things.
So has duck depression set in? That's the final question of the night that I have.
Not yet. I'm riding high still from Oklahoma. It was a good last trip. About a month from now, in like the horrible February time frame, when everything sucks, then I'll be thinking about it a lot more because you're not hunting. It's not quite dog training yet. Like, you can't even take your dog outside right now. It's horrible. Everything's horrible outside.
It is
bad out there.
The trees are gonna explode.
Trees are gonna be exploding. Heads are falling off.
Just everywhere.
Yes.
Trees are gonna be exploding all over the place.
We do have an exploding tree warning here in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, is it in Iowa too, Matt?
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, where I'm at, it's all over.
Exploding trees.
Exploding trees.
The tree explodes in the woods when no one's there. Does it?
You know what? That's funny though, because like my whole team's not coming in tomorrow, so I'm like, I'm gonna work from home. I'll be listening. I'll be listening for my trees to be exploding out there because I'll be going out there.
Crack the window.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Don't need to crack the window. I hear it's like a gunshot going off.
Yeah.
I'll be at work. I gotta make the commute tomorrow. So
we'll find out.
All right. Wait, did you besides exploding trees, right? In that warning, did you see the snowstorm in Russia?
5 meters of snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a shitload of snow.
Yes. Yeah. Like it's as high as like apartment buildings. It's wild.
Yeah.
Dang,
Crazy.
I didn't hear about that.
Yep. And people are like jumping off into like the giant snow piles, and they're
Not
being
coming
warned.
back up.
They're being warned not to do that because you don't know what's below it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Understand why you jump into a pile of snow like that. Like you could just get sucked in and then.
Yeah,
I
it's like
don't
an
know.
avalanche. You just
Yeah, I don't
can't
get it.
breathe.
I don't get it. But anyway, I digress. Anything I missed, gentlemen? Anything we missed? Any final thoughts?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No.
bring on the 2026 season.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Well, that's a wrap then on this episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate all of our listeners here. Thanks for tuning back in after a little break for us. We'll be back next week with another episode. Until then, stay safe. Stay safe in this cold weather. If you're in the cold snap, if you're still in a place where the duck season isn't open, good luck finishing out your season, and we'll see you next week.